Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's lesson. So today we'll show you how to determine the intervals in which the median lies, the lower quartile lies, the upper quartile lies, and the percentile lies. So first thing first we're supposed to do to determine the intervals, we have to construct the cumulative frequency column to track the positions of the quartiles and percentile. So first thing first we're supposed to do, we have to complete this cumulative frequency column. As I've shown you previously, I told you that to complete the cumulative frequency table, we will firstly start with the frequency. We have the first frequency here, which is what? Which is 4. Therefore, we will have 4 here. Then to get the next cumulative frequency, we will take that 4 and add with what? With the next frequency. So we will have 4 plus 47, which is what? Let's press the calculator. It will give us 51, I think. 4 plus 47 is equal to 51. Is equal to 51. Therefore, to get the next cumulative frequency again, we will take that present cumulative frequency and add it with what? With the next frequency. Therefore, we will have what? 51 plus 29, which is equal to, let's press the calculator. It will give us 130. Therefore, we will take that 130 and add it with what? With 50. Therefore, we'll get 180. Therefore, we'll take that 180 and add it with what? With 19. Therefore, 180 plus 19 is equal to 199. And the last cumulative frequency must be the sum of the number of learners. Must be equal to the sum of number of learners. So now we can answer the first question. So we have to determine the interval in which the median lies. So here, first thing first, we have to determine the position of median using this formula, n plus 1 over 2, where n is the total number of learners, total frequency. So we have 199 plus 1 over 2, which is what? Which is 100. So we have to check this 100 is falling under which interval. Then we check the cumulative frequency. So the first interval is between what? 0 and 4. Then the second interval is between what? 5 to 51. Then third one, 52 to 130. Then the fourth one, 131 until 180. Then the last one, 181 to 199. So we check this 100 is falling under which interval and under which range. So we check the cumulative frequency. We can see that 100 is falling between what? 52 and 130. Therefore, the interval for this one is between 40, when x is greater than 40 but less or equal to 60. Therefore, this is the interval in which the median lies. First thing you're supposed to do, you find the position of the median. Then after finding the position of median, you check the cumulative frequency. You check the range of cumulative frequency that containing that number. Then we can check the cumulative frequency range that containing 100 here is between 52 and 130. Therefore, we will take that interval when x is greater than 40 but less or equal to 60. So now we can answer the second question. We have to determine the interval in which the lower quartile lies. Then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to use this formula to find the position of the lower quartile. The position of the lower quartile is equal to n plus 1 over 4, where n is what? Is the sum of the number of learners. So, which is 199 plus 1 over 4, which is 200 over 4 is equal to 50. Then we're going to check this. This 50 is for which cumulative range containing 50. You can see or 50 is between 5 and 51. So we check the interval. The interval is when x is greater than 20 but less or is equal to 40. Therefore, the interval that containing lower quartile is when x is greater than 20 but less or equal to 40. Let's determine the interval in which 40 percentile lies. So we're going to do the same thing. So we find the position of the 40 percentile. So the position of the percentile, we're using this formula. Position of percentile is equal to percentile over 100 divided by n, number of values in the data set. So here we're looking for 40 percentile over 100 divided by what? Number of learners here, which is 199. Then let's press the calculator. When we press the calculator, we get 79,6. Then we check this value is which cumulative frequency range containing 79,6. We can see 79,6 is between what? Is between 52 and 130. Therefore, the interval for this cumulative frequency is when x is what? Is greater than 40 but less or equal to 60. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.